Hello students, welcome to class. Today we're going to be looking at somebody who was homeschooled who is evaluating the different TikToks of teachers. And this person thinks that the teachers are crazy. What do you guys think? Let's watch.
What? You're not supposed to find that video? No, we're going to find it anyway, and we're going to get you fired because you are a freak. So anyway, we're going to start off today with a teacher that is very into farting.
I've had a lot of jobs before I started working at a school, and one of which was working in a factory, a pastry factory, and it was like 10 to 12 hour days of just like a lot of emotional and mental abuse. And well, I got pretty mentally ill and pretty tired and pretty sick of it, and I just started, like, whenever I had to fart, I just fart all over the pastries. Like, it was so loud in there you couldn't hear, and so I just farted on so many pastries. And if you live around here and have done me wrong, you've probably eaten my farts, and that feels pretty good.
Like, what? Well, these are today's teachers? Oh my goodness. What does Brett have to say?
So she literally just said, if you live around here, you might have eaten my farts or whatever.
What's in this?
So you did not stop this after the bakery? How do you know that people have done this? Are you just walking around farting on things all day now?
Oh.
Like, you learned this while working at the bakery factory, but now you're just going and farting on people's sandwiches maybe? Oh, this kid was an asshole to me in class today. Let me just go right on his bologna sandwich. These people...
Hopefully it's not a bologna sandwich, Brett. Don't forget, we want to have a vegan world.
Run, run, run from humans. They're trying to stab you. They're trying to murder you, to call you bacon and burn you in a frying pan.
Think beyond meat, buy veggie burgers instead. Think of the animals. Think beyond meat, it's time to be vegan. Get it through your head.
People are so unstable. She got mentally ill having to work in a factory. And her way of coping was not leaving, getting a new job, maybe going on a walk, getting some sunshine, maybe seeing a therapist. But instead, her tactic was...
Well, I think it was. Isn't that what she ended up doing? Getting a new job as a teacher?
To fart on the pastries that unassuming customers who she never interacted with were going to have to eat because of the horrors of her environment. And apparently that went so well that now she just walks around...
Well, it's like people who are angry with animal rights activists and say that they are going to eat twice as many animals now because they're mad at them. How is this any different?
Doing it everywhere to anybody who's wronged her. Like these poor customers. They're just trying to enjoy their little Debbies, and suddenly they're opening up the box.
Hopefully it's vegan pastries because the animals are suffering through a holocaust. And if she's farting on non-vegan pastries, well, do we care? These people are paying for the rape, torture, confinement, sadness, and murder of innocent animals. And they're stuffing them in their faces. If you add a couple extra farts to that, what difference does it make? You're literally eating the dead body parts and stolen body secretions of animals. What's an extra added fart? What do you care, Brett?
And your farts are wafting out at them. But thank God Good Ranchers has a 100%...
And there she goes. There she goes, talking about the meat industry and promoting it. This is exactly the problem with these people. They don't have any integrity. All they care about is making money and selling the products, which come from so much suffering. Very disappointing. Daily Wire, you should be ashamed of yourselves. We don't need to eat animals, Brett. We don't need to eat them, wear them, or use them. And being kind is a traditional value. If you care about kindness and you care about values, then put those things together and go and make yourself some tofu, some lentils, some beans, some vegan pasta, some vegan pizza, some lasagna, or any other of the plethora of choices out there, Brett. Stop promoting sadness and murder unnecessarily.
Call vegan. This is an animal who didn't want to die. This is vegan food, you should give it a try. This was someone's baby that should make you cry. This is vegan food, it should make you smile, it's something you should buy. Call vegan. This is an animal who didn't want to die. This is vegan food, you should give it a try. This was someone's baby that should make you cry. This is vegan food, it should make you smile, it's something you should buy.
Somebody replied under this and said, if you don't believe in abolishing government schools and privatizing education by now, I don't know what to tell you. You'll keep getting this, though. Yeah, so what many people don't realize is that public education is a very new phenomenon. Not even been around 100 years. This is very new. We can easily roll this back, guys, if we would just get the government to do it. The act of doing that is insane, but it's arguably more insane to go out on your own free will and tell people you did this long after the fact and pretty much see no issue with it. I mean, you can basically say that about any of these videos I'm going to show you, or any video that these deranged teachers post online. It's like you have no problem posting and talking about this kind of behavior because you think that you are untouchable, that you are unreprimandable, because we live in a society that is like lifting you up, that is supporting your political agenda. Like, that is how far we have fallen. Now, here's another teacher who is reading one of those classic politically charged children's books to his class. There's an important nuance to this.
I have a quick gender-inclusive tip to share with you all for elementary school teachers, so check this out.
Name is a song. Your name is a song. Okay?
When reading picture books like this beautiful picture book called My Name is a Song, it can be easy to look at illustrations and assume gender. So challenge those thoughts within yourself and challenge them when you're conversing with students. For example, on the very first page of this book, we just get an illustration. We don't know the character's name. We don't know their pronouns. And so it can be easy to make assumptions about gender. When you feel yourself doing that, simply use they, them pronouns, or say things to your class like, I'm not sure of their gender, so I'm going to use a gender neutral pronoun like they, them. At least with fourth graders, they pick up on this quickly, and they also will use that same skill when they're reading. It's very, very cool to see.
So this is not even a book about gender. You are just admitting that you are inserting this gender ideology, these pronouns, the non-binary stuff into any possible avenue, which we already knew, but now you're admitting it on camera. And now this commenter pointed out something that I thought was...
I don't know if it's so terrible. I mean, it's like when I see a squirrel outside or somebody else sees a squirrel and I'm beside that person and something happens. The squirrel runs across the road and looks cute. Somebody will often say, oh, look at the squirrel, he's so cute. And I'll often say, how do you know it's a he? It's just a way of making people think and not assuming things. Isn't it, Brett?
Was really important. It's what I picked up on first, is fourth grade children are 9 or 10. The books I read at that age had very little to no pictures whatsoever. Somebody else replied and said, yeah, the Amazon page for the book says that it is intended for preschool to grade 3 students. So either his students can't actually read at a fourth grade level and he's trying to compensate, or he just doesn't care and wants to push his agenda. Why are you reading 10-year-olds a picture book?
Really, Brett? Are you going to go there? I mean, you don't know the details. You don't know the context here. Maybe they are looking at the images in the book because they are studying them for the art portion of the class. I mean, come on.
Fourth grade children are 9 or 10. The books I read at that age had very little to no pictures whatsoever. Somebody else replied and said, yeah, the Amazon page for the book says that it is intended for preschool to grade 3 students. So either his students can't actually read at a fourth grade level and he's trying to compensate, or he just doesn't care and wants to push his agenda. Why are you reading 10-year-olds a picture book and making it about gender? I mean, it could be any of those options because, I mean, have you seen literacy rate in California? I mean, for anywhere in this country for that matter. That itself, without even talking about politics, should be enough to say, wow, we need to overhaul this education.
Well, that's one thing I agree with. Even here in Canada, people are not reading enough. Kids are not reading enough. They have zero attention span to be able to actually concentrate and read a paragraph and actually understand it. It's kind of scary.
system. Something needs to be changed because we are funneling money into it, and these kids are graduating with the worst literacy rate we have seen in years.
Still can't read.
That should be evidence enough, but I think the political stuff is really getting people over the edge. Somebody else said, my kid is wearing a body cam when he goes to school. Wouldn't that be a bad thing?
I often thought of that when I was teaching in the classrooms, that there should be cameras everywhere. Every corner of every room. Why not? Because I would love to be able to show the parents what goes on in the class, what the kids are actually doing. Because it's not always the teacher's fault, you know?
Wouldn't that be a bad thing whatsoever? I know that there were a lot of people who were talking about putting cameras in classrooms and teachers lost their shit about it because they wanted privacy.
I say everything should be open, transparency, full transparency.
These days, not the worst idea. Here is another pronoun-infused teacher. We're not done, guys. I know you're cringing, but we're not. Here we go. Oh, this one. They all have these glasses. Did they all decide to go out and buy these at the same time together? I feel like I've seen like 50 videos at this point of these teachers wearing the Pride glasses.
Wait. Oh God. What kind of glasses are they?
Here we go.
Educator here, and I want to...
What are Pride glasses? They're just wearing glasses. What?
To let you know what's going on in our state in regards to LGBT policy. We're getting new information from the state level, from Governor Youngkin and his supporters, that we have to amend our policies at the school district level to align with his new plan to try to give parents more rights in education. And that sounds nice, but it's also ultimately going to hurt kids, because it's going to cause educators to not be able to use the correct name and pronouns that students are telling us to use with them. It's going to require us to go to parents to get approval before we can...
Interesting. Involving the parents in the education. What a concept.
Use the correct pronouns, and that's really going to hurt kids in unsupportive families and unsupportive environments. We also have to amend our policies to no longer allow students to play sports or go to the bathroom with their gender, and instead go to the one that matches their gender at birth. So keep watching what's going on in Virginia. We're fighting.
Oh my God, the audacity that parents would be involved in their child's education, in their personal life, in their mental well-being, in their gender identity, the gall. That you would have to inform parents about something.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. That's true though, Brett.
I love the fact that for years now, they have been able to go behind parents' backs.
That wasn't right.
Not tell them anything,
That wasn't right.
Not involve the parents.
Parents need to be involved
whatsoever with any of these huge decisions without any consequences whatsoever, because it has been legal and it has been allowed. It's even been encouraged in these school districts.
You know what? I think I've had enough. I think we've seen enough today about what's going on in the United States. You guys can go ahead and watch the rest of this video if you want to. I would like to know your comments. Do you think that there should be cameras in classrooms? Why? Or why not? Do you think that teachers are going overboard and taking over more of the education of the children than you would like? Do you think that parents are being pushed aside? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you like more of this channel, like, subscribe, press the notification bell, and help me to educate people to get animals out of hell, which is exactly what goes on when people don't pay attention to the education system. And Brett Cooper, unfortunately, is part of the problem when it comes to that specific area. So Brett, if you're watching this, go vegan. Stop promoting animal products on your channel. It's really kind of beneath you. Disgusting. And it's not a traditional value. Be kinder. Be vegan. Start now.
Go vegan. This is an animal who didn't want to die. This is vegan food, you should give it a try. This was someone's baby that should make you cry. This is vegan food, it should make you smile. It's something you should buy. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's